What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today what I want to talk to you guys about is the leaked audio files that have recently come out for Grand Theft Auto Online, and they actually give us some pretty cool information in regards to things coming in the future, things possibly like hunting animals in Grand Theft Auto Online, and not only hunting animals, but actually endangered animals, which is actually pretty interesting, because as you guys know, that is very illegal to hunt an endangered animal, and also some heist dialogue, sound effects, things like that, and lastly, some new police dialogue. So it's unclear whether the cops are going to be upgraded in the Grand Theft Auto Online or in the main story, or, you know, maybe this is the addition of a new game type. Maybe this is in preparation for Cops and Crooks, so that's what we're going to be going over today. So before I start talking about all these, I want to let you know that there's a link in the description to the original video that the guy made that is showing all these sound effects and dialogue and things that have been leaked, so click that if you want to, you know, hear those before I talk about them. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and start. The first folder that he opened up was hidden sports sound effects file, which is actually really interesting because it contains sound effects for basketball and air hockey, and as we know, neither of those things are really in the game right now. There are basketball courts and things like that, but you know, we can't actually play basketball like we did in San Andreas. And also, as far as I know, there's no air hockey tables anywhere that I've seen in Grand Theft Auto, so it's unclear whether these are mini games that are going to be added, or whether or not, you know, these are just going to be sound effects where, you know, maybe we walk into the casino or arcade or anything like that. Maybe it's just like people playing, or it could be anything like that. That doesn't necessarily mean there will be an actual mini game for us to play. But moving onward, next up was the animal sounds folder, and this one was especially interesting because this one contains sounds of animals that we have not yet seen in Grand Theft Auto 5. And what are those animals? They are horses. Personally, I was really hoping that horses would be in Grand Theft Auto 5, and being that they had already kind of, you know, programmed them from Red Dead Redemption, I imagine that it wouldn't be that hard for them to move them over to Grand Theft Auto 5. I thought it would be appropriate, being that there was a lot of countryside and all that in GTA 5, but I guess Rockstar decided against it. But now in these leaked audio files, we can hear lots and lots of horses. I mean, there must be 20 or 30 different horse sound effects, so if I had to give you my best guess, I would say this is probably preparation for the casino DLC that is supposedly coming out in the future. I talked about that a while ago, if you guys remember, in a video way back where I talked about the leaked files suggesting the casino DLC. So, you know, if I had to give you my best guess, I would say that that's what the horses are for, when personally, I would really love if they added horses that we could ride. You know, I know this isn't Red Dead Redemption, and I know this isn't a Western game, but personally, I just think that would be really cool, and just hilarious to ride around town on a horse and also explore the countryside on a horse. I don't know, but I would say that that's probably asking for a little too much. I don't think that we'll actually be able to ride horses, but one can always hope. And so moving onwards, the last audio folder that was opened up in this video was the audio that was about the heists and also the new police dispatch voice, which is, you know, the woman who comes over the radio saying, "We've got a suspect doing this, or, you know." And there are actually some pretty interesting things, like I said at the beginning of the video. She says something about hunting an endangered animal, which, like I said, is very illegal because endangered animals are, of course, protected. So what I'm wondering is, what would that endangered animal be that would be added to Grand Theft Auto 5? It's hard to say, really. I don't really have too much speculation on that. Your guess is just as good as mine. I guess it depends on whatever endangered animals really actually live in that area in real life. But as of now, I really don't know. They could take a lot of different directions with that. So that was really the bulk of it. And there is one more thing I should add on the end here. There are also a lot of small things that were added that I don't want to forget to tell you guys about. Things like running a red light. The dispatcher comes on and says, "We've got a suspect who ran a red light," or something like that. And that's kind of interesting because, as you guys know right now, there's no penalty for running a red light in Grand Theft Auto 5. You can do it right in front of a cop, but unless you like run over a pedestrian or something, you know, the cops aren't gonna care. You could even ram a car right in front of the cop. As long as it's not his car, he's like, okay, whatever, you're free to go. So I think that's rather interesting. It's really hard to say. Maybe that's all for heists. Maybe when you're in a heist, the traffic laws are gonna be upped just to make it a little more difficult. We're really gonna have to wait and see. So lastly, there were just a few heist sound effects that I talked about, but nothing too groundbreaking. Just a few random sound effects that are really not even worth touching on, but they are proof that heists are on the way at some point in the future. Who knows at this point? We've already been waiting for long enough, and Rockstar likes to, you know, keep pretty quiet about it and be mysterious about it. But yeah, so with that, guys, please tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm curious to know what you guys think. And with that, please stay tuned for more Grand Theft Auto 5 in the future. I will see you next time.